Okay, so should be good. Let's make sure everything's all good and up and running here. YouTube previews a go. That's awesome. I'll take that. I'll take that. And I'll take that. Cool. How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Rob vonShoe here. It is the Dr. Voodoo 6-star featured arena. Surprise, surprise. Going for, we'll see. We'll see. Just going to be putting some points up here in the arena, having a good time. And, you know, spending Thursday off on a high note. It's been a lot of news here in game. The last 48 hours, Cersei is available as a early access character in the Crystal with Null as the sub-featured, which is pretty cool. We got an update to Guillotine, her buff, and an AMA going on in the Kabam forums tomorrow with Kabam John and Kabam Boo, which is pretty interesting. I'm assuming they're going to be talking about the idea behind her buff and then the probability of rebuffing her, as I understand it. They wound up putting up a post on the forums maybe about a couple hours back, and that's supposed to be slated again for tomorrow, so that'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. And, of course, Shang-Chi is in the basic arena as a 6-star, so if you are interested in a 5 or 6-star version of him, now's the time to go for him, because it's going to be pretty nuts. Vader Bomb stopping by saying, sup? What up, Vader Bomb? Master Mold also saying, first. Good to have you. And the One-Handed Gamer saying, hello. Well, howdy, howdy. Good to see you too. Welcome, everybody. Going up against Mr. Fantastic here and getting absolutely rinsed for no good reason. That's fun. That's fun. But it wound up working out pretty okay in the end. I need to change the bit here. If it lets me. There we go. For the nightly question, because that's always a staple of the channel here. Are you going... Just because this is a few weeks away now, too. You going hard for Cyber Weekend festivities? A lot of people have been saving a long time, and that's right around the corner, which is pretty exciting. I'm hoping that there's a... Let's turn up the volume here, or the brightness, so I can actually see what's going on. A lot of people have been saving up for a really long time, and the anticipation is high that there's going to be some good rank-up loot. There's going to be a lot of champion crystals, some gold, some good rank-up materials, whole 9 yards. So that's pretty exciting. Master Mold saying, did you hear about the story mode update in Act 1 through 4? Yes, they wound up removing some of the paths, as I understand it, to streamline, is what they said. That is something that they did say previously that they were going to be doing. Kind of just, like, snuck up on me, though. Not gonna lie. Like, I remember they said it, and then it was like, poof, they did it. And it's like, oh. Oh, okay, that's cool. So for a new player, the idea, I think, was to remove just a bunch of the redundancy. A bunch of the redundancy of early game, just because going through Act 1 through 4, it's just path after path after path with no nodes. It's just straight champion fights again and again and again and again, and it's extremely repetitive. So I'm glad that they wound up cutting it back a little bit. Should be nice for new players starting out for the first time, and for existing players going back for a second play or third playthrough. If you haven't already, if you've been a longtime player of the game, I do recommend creating a second account and just playing through the game from the beginning again. It's extremely freeing. It's entirely liberating. because you aren't confined to the limits of your roster and your rank up materials. Plus, it's a lot of fun going back again through early game with all the knowledge that you've gotten in post game, end game, and just seeing what you can do differently. Why 9 yards, not 10 yards? Well, I don't want to get too greedy now. Don't want to get too greedy. I'd go 11 yards if I could. If that's an option on the table. Why not? Of course, as always, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope the week has found you well. We're almost wrapped up with the week here. Tomorrow's Friday, and the weekend is upon us. First weekend in November, which is pretty cool, pretty big. I can't believe that. Maybe that wasn't the best of ideas. Ah, well. We'll slog it out. Jubilee versus Mysterio. Why not? Sup, bud? Good luck on the grind. Thanks, bud. Thank you kindly. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I'm hoping that most of the attention is on Shang-Chi. Just because, I mean, to be entirely honest, he's the better of the two champions by a long shot. Not to say Voodoo is not good. I still use my 5-star Voodoo all the time, which is why I'm pretty excited about the 6-star version now that he's like wide released, I will, of course, tip my hat to Kabam. They have been doing a stellar job of steadily releasing some of these like old throwback 5-stars as 6s. Going all the way back to Black Widow, Medusa, Starkey, Ghost Rider, Voodoo now. I think Iceman is still yet to make a feature debut in arenas. But outside of that, I mean, they aren't doing Blade, they aren't doing Quake, they aren't doing Magic. So I think they're rounding out that roster pretty nicely. But there's still a bunch of weeks left in the year, and hey, we'll see what happens. Blink. Bro, it should be out by tomorrow. Hopefully. I want to see how it goes. I thought they already did it. I could be mistaken. I thought it already happened. It's kind of freaky that they hadn't like sent out an in-game message like, hey guys, this is a thing that's going to be happening. Usually they do. Because as when I first read that they were doing it back in the dev diary over the summer, I thought it was just going to be that like they're straight up consolidating it. Like Act 1 through 4 is going from like 4 separate chapters to being like one big like compendium of different acts all rolled into one. So like Act 1 through 4 is like one quest with chunks of like, so like Chapter 1 is Act 1, Chapter 2 is Act 2, Chapter 3 is Act 3, so on and so forth. Like they get rid of just all that redundancy. Instead of just like, I'm gonna take out 3 paths from this chapter. It's like, that's cool. And that does speed things up, but that's not very exciting. Ben says, hey Rob, just to let you know I got null with 203. Oh, bud. Ben, do you want me to break your heart? First of all, holy cow, congratulations. That is amazing. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. Doesn't even matter. You got null. You got null. That is a huge accomplishment. I'm very happy for you, and I'm very proud of you. Because that's a huge effort. That's a huge, huge effort. Congratulations, my friend. Enjoy your new 6-star null. You certainly deserve him. That's awesome. So I'm trying to think of, now that you guys got my wheels turning, I'm trying to think of like what some of the other champions would be that haven't seen like a widespread 6-star release yet that they could possibly throw up there still with Iceman by the end of the year, or until they run out of champs. And like, I mean, of course, Blade, right? But hopefully that'll happen. I don't think that'll happen. But like some of the other champions, like OG Daredevil, right? I don't think he can hold an arena down by himself, but that'd be really cool because, you know, the 5-star availability. All right, Master Mold, take care, bud. Yeah, that's the thing, Ben. Yeah, that's the thing. So okay, so you knew already. Okay, but you know what? Because that was floating around one of the discords earlier, and at first I was like, dude, man, I should have gone for it. But for like a split second, and then I was like, you know what? No, I still wouldn't have. I don't feel bad. I don't regret it, and I don't think anybody who put up like you who put up enough points to be able to get him, I don't think anybody should feel bad because out of all the God tiers this year, there has never been a drop-off like that. Maybe a slight reduction in points, but in most cases, second round goes higher than the first round. So, like, there's no way to know. There was no way to know. And honestly, there's no looking back, no shoulda, woulda, coulda in this game. That's why I'm completely honest. I mean, good for you. Honestly, good for you. So I still would very much like to see a Void arena at some point. A Nick Fury arena would be really cool too. I think they did OG Thor as an arena a while back, right? That was one of the first ones along with Black Widow. I'm pretty sure. Star-Lord, maybe? Probably not, though. Just because he's been in Crystals since the beginning. I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting. It'll be interesting. Because with only, like, eight weeks left in the year, right? We can start like counting on one hand, really, or on two hands. What's left? I don't know. I'm big on arenas. Arenas, it's fun to think and speculate and postulate and all that. Of course, we got Cersei. We got Icarus this month. We've got some random Spider-Verse villain, Spider-Verse character. They said. I'm assuming it's a villain, but a Spider-Verse character in December. They only ever do one champion in December. They might do a throwback arena, like a 2021 in review sort of thing. It'll be fun. Since Master Mold brought it up, what do you guys think about the changes to 1 to 4? Is it something that's like, it's about time? Or like, why are they spending time and effort on this? Or somewhere in the middle. What up, Jacob? Saying, what's up? Howdy, howdy. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is going fine and dandy. Boink. So I know also opening weekend for Eternals is this week. I'm going to go see it this weekend. I have seen and heard the reviews. I'm still trying to go in with an open mind just to experience it for whatever it's worth and go in as unbiased as possible. But I'm not going to lie, the reviews have really kind of soured any excitement I had going into it. But we'll see. Ben says, I totally cannot believe one person can grind 200 million in both first and second round, but I saw many of the same accounts that did. Now, Ben, in your professional arena grinding experience, and just a bit of theory crafting and tinfoil hatting, I don't doubt seeing similar names, the same names up there back to back. But would it surprise you if some of those may have been piloted or botted? Because it would not surprise me in the least bit if, well, it's like, I suppose slightly dated theories may suggest like up to anywhere between 30% of arena, featured arena is merked or botted. Used to be up to 60, and that was in the basic arena, and that was awful. Featured arena, I have to think it would have to be a little bit better, right? Just because the cutoff is so much higher that it would discourage even mercs from or bots from trying to go that high, but I don't know, man. It's wild. It's wild. And lag. I'm just hoping that one of these days somebody at Kabam comes through with a ban hammer and just sorts the whole arena situation out, because that's been going on for half a year at this point. Half a year that the arenas have been just completely busted. And it's crazy, man, because, I mean, it goes back to, like, the early basic arenas with, like, Kingpin as a selector, you know? And you got profiles of the top 100 where it's just, like, dude has, like, 1 5-star and 4 4-stars, and this guy got top 100? No. No, I don't believe it. Hey, Lefty popping in saying, yo, what's up, Lefty? Lefty Knox in the house, everybody. Howdy, howdy. Well, because I don't have a cool HUD overlay, I'll just... How's it going, my friend? And Cyber saying, hey, Rob, how's it going? It's going pretty good, bud. It's going pretty good. It's been a long week. It's been a very tiring week. I'm about ready to just keel over here as Phoenix. Hey, that worked out. It's been a long week. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty tired going into the weekend. But it's been going pretty okay at the same time, too. You know, November starting up. You can practically taste the Thanksgiving turkey, and Christmas is right around the corner. So that's all good. How are you? Not sure how I feel about the new champs, though. I think I spent all my hype this year last month. That could very well be true. That could very well be true. I know, just based off of initial bits, I saw Cam's post breaking down Cersei, and he said that effectively she is fun on paper, but without like a clearly defined usage for utility, and not overall the best mechanics. He's not super thrilled with her. And Icarus is anybody's guess, because Icarus currently is bugged. Just so you guys know, Icarus is bugged. The crazy nutty incinerate damage he gets off a special 1 is bugged. It's not going to be that high. They changed the numbers on the spotlight. They haven't changed it yet anywhere else. But he's getting nerfed. So who knows how he's going to wind up turning out. Only slept 3 hours last night, and I hope I don't need to do it again this year. I hope so too. I hope so too. It's a... But at the same time too, Ben, you got him. You got him, and now he is forever tied to your account. So that's the sacrifice and the glory, mostly the glory, of doing Arena. Now he's part of the family. He's part of the team. It depends, though. Who else would you even be willing to entertain to put up that many points? Because we got Shang-Chi this week. We've got the buff selector next week in basic. With Mr. Negative after that. Cersei, Icarus. Then the 2021 Crystal. That's coming up still. Let me think quick of who else is going to be in basic. I think it's Purgatory Overseer after that, right? Like Purgatory Overseer would be like the basic champs to round out the year. Stealthy and Symbiote Supreme. That should about round up the year. Maybe Claire. Maybe there's time for Claire. It's gonna be wild. Gonna be wild. Been doing well, thanks, says Cyber. Ranked 2'd my 6-star negative recently and have been having a blast with them. Yeah, I remember. You were saying that already on Monday's stream, I think, right? Well, since then, my friend. Yeah. I took the plunge. He's so good. He's so good. I'm going to try really hard to get him awakened in the arena, and then just go to town with a rank 3 Mr. Rank 3 Mr. Negative. Good lord. Can't talk. But hey, congrats. Mr. Negative is a fantastic champion, and I'm right there with you, bud. He's really cool. Nice, Ben. Then yeah, you're done. You're done. Yeah, but Cyber, the best part about that is that Mr. Negative is a champion that is well worth the brag. Like, he's still criminally underrated, and I think some people forget either that he's in game or that he's fun to play or useful or all of the above. So yeah, just don't feel bad. That is a really solid brag. Yeah, Ben, for me, I think, like I just said, Mr. Negative, that's this month, and towards the end of the month. I would do that arena. I'm debating if I want to do 6-star Cersei. I actually really enjoy her play style, her play kit, because it's extremely similar to Tigra. Although Tigra handles a little bit easier, funnily enough. Plus, she synergizes great with Hercules, which is a plus. But the 5-star version does that as well. So I don't know if I'm going to do the 5 or the 6. Icarus is definitely a 5. Definitely a 5. But I don't know. Outside of that, like that's gonna be it for me for basic this year. Next year, I mean, once you get back into like Archangel when he comes back around, that's gonna be a grind, probably. Uh, Ghost Rider when he comes back around, that's gonna be a grind. Spidey 99 for, excuse me, for sure is gonna be a grind. Kind of feel bad about missing out on him first time around. But you know, especially after the whole big blitz of Grindtoberfest last month, just grinding out all those arenas, I'm kind of like, I'm kind of cool just like chilling out on arena for a bit. It's a lot. Found a pretty good way of playing him too. Get up to 9 Light Force, convert to Dark, then build up to 10 Light Force again, and throw the special 2. Yeah, that's how you get close to the 20 Dark Charges. And then, you know, throwing the special 2 with those 20 Dark Charges just melts just about anybody because that's an insane amount of degen. I'll grind Voodoo if he's around 130 mil. Otherwise, I'll go Shang-Chi again the second round. There you go. I expect he's going to go probably 130, 140. Obviously he's not going to go anywhere near Hercules. I don't think really he's going to touch Starkey or Medusa either. So that's somewhere around there is probably fair. Good champion, don't get me wrong. Good champion. He needs the dupe, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't know. I'm hoping that there's been like the arena bubble has kind of been popped and people are collectively like, all right, let's chill on arena for a bit. This whole business with Null is kind of bonkers. $193 mil didn't get him. That's gnarly. Did a video of him doing 14,000 degen damage in Cav. Nice. Yeah. Well, plus he's got all those cool tricks up his sleeve too. A bunch of utility. Throw a special 1, you get Bulwark, which bulks up your defense. Like, the whole idea of playing Mr. Negative is you don't dex backwards ever. So the more block proficiency you got, especially if you got like Guardian on the synergy team, you just eat everything. You know, you just eat everything and you just don't give up any ground. That's where the Venom synergy comes into play, because then Mr. Negative has that eternal regen on him too. So you heal up any damage you would take by just blocking all his hits. He's a really fun champion. A really, really fun champion. Obi-Wan Kenobi popping in. How's it going, Master Kenobi? Saying, any prediction for Shang-Chi Arena 5 and 6-star cutoff? The 6-star is going to break the record. And the record currently is 66 million, I think, for Odin still. I don't think anyone's broken the Odin record. So I would say cutoff probably is either going to be 69 or 71 mil. So if you're going for him, shoot for 73 to 75. That still may be a bit conservative, just because Shang-Chi is the best in class and arguably one of the top 5, top 10 champions in the game. 5-star I think is going to be a bit more modest, though. Still is going to be a bit, but I think it may be a bit more modest. Probably somewhere in the realm of like 26, 27 mil, something like that. So if you're going for him, again, you know, just use that as like a conservative guess. Put that up, and if you've got time, please keep going. It's going to be bonkers. I like how you can use that precision buff from dexterity to convert to an extra light charge. Yeah. Yep. Well, and it's really fun too because with that sort of playstyle of never like strategically dexing backwards or otherwise just never dexing backwards, you can make Mr. Negative worthy, and it's really hard to pull off. It is extremely difficult to pull off because as soon as you dex backwards, he eats his worthiness. But the fury you get from him from heavy can be bolstered by being made worthy, and he can deal even more damage that way. It's not ideal, and again, very challenging, but that's honestly, I find that to be really fun too. Get Electra off me for a little bit. Well, that bleed falls off. And of course, you know, we can't do anything with it offensively, but inverted controls are a nice touch. So if you're not going to use them offensively, you can stick them on defense, and, well, you can have a good time. He heals from degen at high sig. Heals while degen, I should say. He's just got a lot of different tools in his kit. It's fun. Throw up these guys. What's up, Exhilarate? Hey Rob, how far away are you from a rank 4? I am half of a tier 3 alpha and half of a tier 6 basic. I was gonna say beta. I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right. An alpha and a beta. No, an alpha and a basic. So when I finish the last two Karina challenges, the Star-Lord dance-off and the Inhumans run, then I'll have enough. After I rank 3 Ultron, Mr. Negative is going up next. Ultron will be a fun rank up too. What sig is he? Just let you know, my PvP record is 1,411 now. Breaks my previous record, 1,385 in the Kitty Arena. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah. If I had went for a 6-star null, I would have broken mine too. And I just recently broke it with the Hyperion grind. For the longest time, my old high was 777, and that was for Doom, the 5-star Doom. I was like, dude, it's lucky 7s. It's got to be a sign. And for a year, it was. Then Hyperion came around, I'm like, well, guess I'm breaking it. But because I spent so much time refreshing as opposed to running through, like, all my 4 stars and rank 1.5s and stuff like that, then that's why I think it's, what, 800 something right now? But yeah, I mean, kudos to you, bud. That's awesome. I mean, it's a cool stat. I wouldn't want to dwell on it too much. My hands might start to hurt a bit. One-handed gamer back saying, hello, welcome back, bud. All right, I'm gonna get some water. Hold up. All right, much better. Refreshing. But yeah, Godspeed to anybody going in arenas. Let's see. We got a new war season starting up next week. That's news. AQ Map 8 starts up in a week and a half. That's news. What else you got? What have you guys been going? What do you guys have going on? I really can't talk tonight. Next up, I'll just be doing interpretive dance, and we'll leave it at that. Gotta go, bud. Dropping a like. Have a good night. Hey, you too. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll catch you later. After I finish the last 2 Karina challenges, I'll have 3 Tier 5 basic. But I'll be short 33,000 for the Tier 3 Alpha, so it'll be a while for me. Hopefully there'll be some unit offers for Tier 3. And be able to get it that way. Like, so here's kind of what I'm hoping for Cyber Weekend, right? Like, without a doubt, I'm hoping that there's going to be rank 4 materials. I think one of the stretch goals is going to be a random class rank 3, 6-star rank 3 rank up gem. I think that's going to be like one of the top prizes. They'll probably have a generic 6-star awakening gem for like 1,000 units, either as like the end prize or like the first prize, something like that. Where it's still super rare, but it's like, since it's the 3rd time it'd be a generic 6-star awakening, it probably wouldn't be top billing anymore. But probably a random class rank 3. I'm going to guess there's probably going to be like enough rank 4 materials to form probably 1 full catalyst apiece. I would be shocked if they gave enough for 2, let alone 3. But 1, I think, it's probably a fair assumption, seeing as how stingy they've been with it this past year. If it's 3, like if they give enough materials to rank up a whole nother champion to rank 4, that's going to be positively insane. Like, positively insane. It's possible, but it's going to be positively insane. There's going to be a 6-star Nexus galore. I think there's going to be a 6-star Nexus in every bundle, probably. Which is cool. I'd prefer a Nexus over the unique shards, like, instead of like 10,000 or 15,000 6-star shards. But that's me. The Nexus are more exciting. S says, what do you think the top 300 in the Platpool Arena will go for? 50 million? I don't know. It's for 5-star pieces, so I don't know. 50 mil I think might be conservative, because I think you can use 6 stars in that arena, right? I don't remember. I did milestones, but no 6 stars. Oh, you can use 6 stars. Yeah, so probably like 50, 60 mil, something like that. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. Just because it's a 2nd run for 5-star pieces, or 3rd run for 5-star pieces. But because that's a one-off arena, there's no precedent for it in modern times. So it's anybody's guess. I wonder who makes the offers in Kabam. I think it's by committee. I think there's, you know, one person for sure heading up the department, right? But I would be shocked if that person doesn't run offers and numbers by at least another few people. Because it's a balance between like what would sell and what would break the game, you know? Need to revisit the offers from 4th of July so you can see how many shards they gave us. A lot. It was a lot of 6-star shards. It was wild. People are just popping 6s all over the place. Someone walk that back. I wouldn't mind if they have 6-star shards. I wouldn't open anything, so it'd be kind of a boring opening for me, but I'd be hoarding them for the next featured with Kitty, with Nimrod, with Null, with Anti-Venom, Cersei, and then Icarus. Because it would be cool to get all those champions. Because I'm done with this featured. I'm done. It's cool, but it's not worth gambling anymore. Oh, fragments from the unit offers. Okay. That's what you mean. I don't know, because I don't think they had... I don't think they had them out yet. The rank 4 materials. Because at that time, I think... what was it? The spring cleaning, wasn't it? Spring cleaning was the first appearance of any rank 4 materials, and that was a mega top billing prize. I don't remember what it was, actually. Please do look that up. I'd be curious. But I'm not sure if they did. Seriously says, out of curiosity, how many 6-stars are you missing? Out of the available 6-stars that are currently in the basic pool, I am missing 16. It's closer to, I think, 25, 26 when you factor in, like, Gold Pool and Punisher and Immortal Iron Fist and champs like that. But 16 that are currently available. Thoughts on Cersei? Immensely fun to play. I'm not entirely sure of how useful she's going to be offensively because I can't really think of a place where she would excel offensively. Defensively, I think she's going to be challenging to fight for like Alliance War on defense. She's going to be an absolute banger champion for beginners just because of how easy she heals. But for experienced players, the heals aren't going to be as big of a selling factor because you don't need to heal if you don't get hit in the first place. And if you get hit at this level, you're pretty much toast already. So I think she's good. I think it's a solid like C+, B- for Cersei. She needs Awakening. She needs a decent Sig on her to be not relevant. That's a bit harsh, but useful. Yeah, C+, B-. Fun factor though, solid B+. She's fun to play. Not super useful. Boink. And then Icarus is going to be anybody's guess. Hopefully by the time that like his arena, his crystals come out, like they'll have fixed his bug so he actually does the amount of damage he's supposed to be doing. Because if you guys missed it earlier, they're going to be nerfing Icarus. His special one and does way more incinerate damage than it's supposed to. So he's getting nerfed. So just heads up for that. They've just done Kabam's just done an awful garbage job of advertising it. So that's actually kind of works out to be a plus, a fortunate thing, because that means that her arena isn't gonna be too terribly insane. I mean, it's gonna be crazy, but it's not gonna be insane. Reaper, how's it going, bud? Reaper stopping in and saying, "What up, Shoe? Howdy, howdy. How you doing, bud? How's everything?" You guys like how they doubled down on random, like, special featured calves? Like, you've got 2 separate calves, featured calves this month, instead of, like, the one that they've had for, like, the last 6 months. They've got the mustachioed crystal, and then just, I don't know, what was it, Cosmic Eclipse, is that what they call it? They're just trying to get that money. Because you know it's going to be part of like the daily offer, daily bundles again. Kind of debating if I should get a Cersei deal and try for Null again. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do it, it's better to do it now than waiting a week till she's in arenas, because you get 3 of those 30% green boosts and you get all those 6-star shards too. So it winds up being a better value now. If. That is if. Keep in mind, of course, Cyber Weekend is weeks away. Because Cyber Weekend is weeks away, they are going to wind up trying to fleece all of us for every penny they can between now and then, with some probably pretty stellar offers that are worth looking at. I mean, I anticipate Awakening Gems, I anticipate Sig Stones, I anticipate more rank up materials and some 6-star Nexuses. Is 5-star Wolverine in that bewhiskered crystal? Yes. Yep. I'm 99% sure, yes. Because they called out that the 6-star is not available, which is kind of dumb, but pretty sure. 99% sure, yeah. You would think they could have seen the damage of Special 1 before they sent it out. You would think. Does Sassy count as having a beard? Yes, I'm going to give it to him. I think so. Because they never list in the solo quest which champions count. It just says use a whiskery champ. But then they also have like Killmonger, who has a beard in the comics and in the movie, but not in the game. So does it say? Hashtag bewhiskered. Okay. Sure. I will take freebies. So let's go check out Sassy, actually, now that we mention it. The hairiest dude in the game is not bewhiskered. Okay. But Doctor Strange is. Sure. Okay, game. Okay, game. Seriously says, I was super lucky and pulled 6-star Null from the Black ISO-Cav. Hey, very cool. Major kudos. That is a very, very spicy, very good luck. Congrats. I'm not jealous. I'm totally jealous. We got Diablo, Beardo, Doctor Strange, Thor Rags, and Blade on a bearded team. There you go. Yeah, and they can just stomp through side quests and get points super fast that way. That's smart. Especially if you're running through like an easier difficulty in the Cavi queue. So you still wind up, you know, working towards extra loot. It's not a bad way to go. I should probably do that. Actually, I'm going to do that. That's really smart. That way we just like farm the events and then just get it over with too. That's my goal for this month, is to farm events and get them over fast. Because last month I finished Cavalier EQ and the side quest like 2 days before they expired. Mostly like 12 hours before they expired. It's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a bummer. And then the month before that was the same story. I'm terrible with these events. It's like, I'll get to it, and then I just... and then I don't. Oh, well. Want to say howdy to Be More if I haven't said howdy already. What up, bud? Well, there is one bewhiskered W. Cheers. Well, Reaper, if you do decide to pull the trigger, I wish you the best of luck. I really do. Unfortunately, these crystals weren't bugged like the anti-venom ones were with increased drop rates. These are just the regular humdrum average ones. Wouldn't that have been cool, though? And then Be More, it really depends on what they're offering, too. Because there have been cyber weekends in the past. I think it was last year, right? That BG wound up putting out like a 30-minute video just complaining about how terrible they were relative to other events. Especially if you're a Cav player. Or a, Cavalier player. Do I think that Doctor Strange will ever get buffed? I think he will eventually. Now, the question, though, is if his buff is going to be worth it, though. Because there have been a big string of champion buffs where it's just like, why did you spend time on this? Like, looking at Gamora, looking at Ronin, looking at Ebony Maw. It's like, I mean, cool. Thanks, I guess. But kind of would have rather you didn't. So I know everybody says like all that Doctor Strange needed to do is have his potency increased back to the way it was, so like he gets Hyperion levels of power gain and the Fury actually is nuts. He heals a much more noticeable amount of health. Like stuff like that, I think that'd be a big improvement, but I don't know how relevant it'll be in a 2022 meta either, you know. It's like, hey, this is cool, he's better, but I'm still going to use Sorcerer Supreme instead. That sort of thing, you know. Been Cavalier for years, been playing for 5-ish years. I've seen all the deals. I'm not paying all that to get 25% of a Tier 5 ZZ. Nope. It just kind of adds insult to injury a little bit, you know. Do I think Strange Pre 12.0 would break the game? No. No, he wouldn't break the game. No. Strange Pre 12.0 didn't break the game then. What broke the game were the synergies. And that's what I'm glad they wound up nerfing, because the synergies are what broke it. Like, looking at Perfect Block. Like, the Perfect Block synergy broke the game. Anybody could cheese anything. Doctor Strange, no. It's one of those dumb things where they nerf a champion where they say he's too overpowered, and then a month later release a champion who's even more powerful than that first champion ever was. Like Blade. I don't understand why Blade is not going to be a 6-star. Like, the reasoning they give on the forums is that he's going to break the game, his regen is too good. I was like, that's cool, but have you seen Diablo? Have you seen, like, I don't know, any of the heals champions out in the last 2 years? I think we're going to be fine. Sunspotted popping in. What up, Sunspotted? Hope y'all are feeling well. Hope you are feeling well. What if Doctor Strange would break the game? Yeah, but that'd be a really dope character to get. Like, his eyes light up and dragons and stuff pop out. That'd be a really cool character to play. Like, I think it might break the game in the animation department at Kabam, but, you know, if they pulled it off, it'd look really cool. If. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Beautiful. Have you watched Dune yet? I enjoyed it way too much. I did. I saw it last weekend. I wanted to sit down for a second viewing. But I enjoyed it. I'm one of those people that I don't mind a slower paced film that takes its time in world building and character building. I would have much rather they like made it a 4-hour movie or a 6-hour movie and just done like release the whole thing. It's not a spoiler, but because it's a 2-parter, at least 2 parts, maybe 3, but 2 for sure. Like where they cut it, it's just like, no, give me more. Like the story just feels like it's really starting to take off, and then it's like, end of part 1. Dang it. But it was fun. It was well done. I think the last time I was in your chat, I was Be More Gaming. And I am no longer gaming. You have evolved, Be More. You are now more. Who needs to grind arena when I could just buy calves now? I mean, you could. But then you gotta get lucky. And get them out of calves, and that's the hard part. Yeah, part 2 just got confirmed. It released without the a guarantee of part 2, but then after a week of positive reviews and box office numbers to back it up, the studio's like, yeah, okay, we'll give you your second part. Thanks, studio. Here we go, Penny Parker. What an absolute arena buzzkill. Here we go. So the idea is to try and not let her throw a special attack. A special one for sure. So that'll just make your life awful. So because she didn't throw a special one, that was probably the smoothest sailing arena penny fight I've done yet. All the spider folks. Spider-Man. Spider-Apocalypse broke the game. Also had a stacked cast. It did. It did. Which is fun. Which is fun. Part 2 of Doom. Not Doom. Dune. Sorry. I think the buff that baffles me the most is Netflix Daredevil. I see what they were going for there, but if they just got rid of that regen hampering, he'd be 10 times better. I think he'd be passable. Like if they got rid of that regen reduction, I would be okay with where he's at. Still not super great, but an awful lot better now that he can actually heal appropriately. Come on, dude. There we go. Still not like the preferred kit I would have liked to have had on Daredevil, but you know, whatevs. Hopefully, if they ever wind up buffing OG Daredevil, they don't completely just like ruin the champion with stupid nonsense that nobody's asking for. Like, the best part about Daredevil is that he evades all the projectiles 100% of the time at max sig. And he can hit invisible and miss champions. And that's it. That's if they keep those two things intact, then that'll be great. Judah popping in saying, yo! What's up, Judah? Howdy, howdy. Yellow Jacket kind of underrated. And I don't even know what they changed with Nova. Yeah, Yellow Jacket's better. He's better. It's still tough comparing him to like Spider-Ham in terms of the power sting damage, but Yellow Jacket is a lot better. Nova, yeah, Nova's another buff that they really just shouldn't have. They really just shouldn't have. Can you guess what my third 5-star 565 is gonna be? Elsa. Just because reasons. Because that'd be wonderful. And she's worth it. But, I mean, I'm kind of biased, so there is that. What did they change about Gamora, though? She has a True Strike on her Special 3. I think they tuned, they sped up the cooldown a little bit, so she isn't on cooldown as long for that Godslayer strike, which is nice. But yeah, the True Strike on Special 3 is just so useless and dumb. That may as well be like, we're going to buff this champion and we're going to make sure that their Special 3 is unblockable. It's like, wait, what? Why? That's so useless. And that's exactly what Gamora's buff was. I like Nova with the mini buff. Specials are terrible, but the energy damage off the mediums are nice. Well, there you go. I'm not going to knock a champion that you genuinely enjoy. I'm all about that. For the question of the day, I'm broke. Oh. Sad day. Nice, says Cyber. I want Miles. Xanderscar changed my mind. Yeah, Xander posted some pretty cool videos. They definitely did the Spider Champions solid this year between the Miles buff and Spidey 99. Very, very solid. Getting a hold of any of them, though, that's the challenge. Big stretch. Big stretch. Yeah, since you're going for Miles. Miles is solid. He's fun. He's fun. He's growing on me. He's definitely growing on me. Like, I was a bit hesitant at first. I'm like, dude, you held off on this guy for this long? For this? I think because I read too much into they needed to develop new effects for his whatchamacallit, not phasing, but what do they call it in game? His spider camo. Should we get a World War Hulk in game? I mean, if they can introduce yet another Hulk character into the game with a kit that's unique and useful, then sure. But, like, we've got so many Hulks already that if he's just like another brawler like Thor, like Hulk Ragnarok, then no, I want another Hulk that adds something new to the game. If they can do that, then sure, why not? And that goes for everybody else too. I don't care about another Iron Man. I don't care about another Beardo. A worthy Beardo would be fantastic. Stormbreaker Thor would be fantastic, but just so long as they're unique and they're worthwhile playing. Legend Run for 7-3 would have been fun with the King boss. I really enjoyed that fight. Yeah. From what I hear, a lot of people are definitely enjoying that fight. I still gotta start. I haven't even started 7-3 yet. I'll get around to that. They do a World War Hulk, they better buff Hulk OG. They gotta buff all the original champs. Hulk, Cap, Iron Man. Just give all those guys some love. Because so many of the year one champions are just so vanilla. And I understand the benefit of having vanilla champions for like early champions. But, you know, there's like no redeeming quality to it. I appreciate simplicity, but the damage output is not good. So I don't know. What is the cutoff for Dr. Voodoo? It's anybody's guess, but I'm going to say at least 130 million. Just off the top of my head. Max! Sup, Rom? Hey, everybody in chat. What's up, Max? How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. What is new with you tonight, bud? So, Pop Quiz Max, what do you think is going to be the top billing unit prize for Cyber Weekend this year? My guess is that in one tree you're going to have a random class rank 3 rank up gem. And in the other tier you're going to have maybe like a full tier 3 alpha and a full tier 6 basic, something like that. So you got to pick. I hope so. I mean, I'd go for the rank up materials personally, but that'd be really exciting for people to be able to just get another rank 3 was gonna say it'd be great because it could get people their first Thronebreaker, but then I was like, yeah, no, they gotta be Thronebreaker already to see it. That's how that works. Game was so much fun. I fully understood, and I really enjoyed them. Nice. Those are the best ones. It's nice that they're spending time developing fun boss fights now. Before it was just like, okay, what are like the absolute worst combinations of nodes that we can throw together, and then that's a boss. Back off there. We see rank 4 materials be so good. I am 100% sure we're going to see rank 4 materials. How much and where they're spread out, I'm not sure. My guess though is that they'd be the top prize for one of the trees. Blink twice if you're able to get some units before Kabam reverted back to the OG Act 1 through 3. Not me. I didn't even know that was a thing. I heard about it. That was like late yesterday, wasn't it? All right, Rob, gonna head to bed. Finally starting to get my sleep schedule a little bit back on track. Baby steps, though. Hey, baby steps are still important steps. Get some good Z's. We'll catch you next time, Cyber. Take care, bud. Text that, text that. I say I don't doubt that because they just buffed Thor Rags, so the Rags champs are very slim to get a buff. Until at least 2023. Maybe, probably. Probably. But you never know. Time will tell. Got 500 units from it. That's solid. That's very solid. How long did it take to get that, though? The 500 units? Because I imagine it's just straight auto fighting the entire way, right? Beautiful. Flawless. I will certainly take that flawless W. That's what I used to become Cav. Hey man, they did you a solid then. They did you an absolute solid. Hey, if it's there, and that's the way it was supposed to be, then go for it. Get that free loot. Smart. It's smart. Text that. Text that. Cyber Weekend expecting. It was about that much. It was about that much. If you get everything and then on top of it, that last bonus, the last bonus offer was on top of everything else too. So I think it was an extra 3,000 units extra, something like that. But that's if you got everything and had no units saved up in the first place. The Autobot just stands there waiting for a bus to come pick him up. That's fair enough. Or, yeah. So just tap, tap, and that's it. That works. That absolutely works. overrun those guys. Knifey, knifey. Blasty, blasty. Always with the knifey, knifey, blasty, blasty. Oh, stop it, stop it. With Colossus, just parry and they flop like a fish. Yeah, or just bring Elsa with the damage masteries turned on. You don't even need to do anything. She just stands there and the degen does the work for you. Another reason Elsa's amazing. Some champs you gotta hit the autoplay button to have them actually win a fight like that. Elsa, you don't even need to do that. Man, I got myself in a bad rotation here with Nick. That, and because Gilly does noodle damage until she gets to 100 hits. Doesn't really help a whole lot. Still not a KO. Noodle. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's do two things. Let's open up a crystal first and foremost, because crystal openings are fun. And let's boot the game up because the game just quit. Do you have a Elsa yet? Do I have an Elsa yet? Yeah, bud. Yeah, you got her ring 3. Imagine a ring 4 Elsa. I know. Wouldn't that be something? Alright, so I don't think I had one of those spicy crystals, the bewhiskered ones yet. Let's open up something else, huh? And then since, buddy, yeah, let's go say hi to BG. I don't know. Let's open up a Grandmaster just for kicks. So what I like to do is to guess the champion. Guess who's going to pop out. I don't care about the rarity. But who's going to pop out? Put that in the reel. I'm going to guess Grand Overseer. Just because he's new and that'd be pretty cool. Let's go say hey to BG as well. It's a link to his stream right there. Hashtag RobVonRaid. But that is going to do me for tonight, everybody. This has been a Thursday edition, going for a 6-star Dr. Voodoo. And thank you guys for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing as well. Channel is almost at that big 3,000 subscriber milestone. Thanks to you guys, so I do very much appreciate it. It is Red Hulk. Hey, that's cool. That's not bad. I'll take that. I'll be back again tomorrow for next round for Dr. Voodoo. Hope to see you guys then. But that is going to do me for tonight. What a rush. Alright, guys. I'm going to go see you over on BG's channel. Till next time, though, I'm Rob vonShoe. Take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. Be well, everybody. Bye for now.